And finally this week is Swing Vote. It stars Kevin Costner as probably the last guy in the world you would want to decide who becomes president of the United States for the next 4 years. And through an unlikely series of events, although, I mean, the way the movie positions it, I suppose that's plausible. Yeah. His vote, and that there is a plot device that the movie uses. His daughter goes to the polling place and on the sly votes for him, and there's an error with the machine, whatever. So anyway, his vote, which he's allowed to recast in 10 days, essentially will decide who becomes president. So, you know, it's unlikely, but that's what happens in this movie. And, of course, the two candidates, the incumbent Republican, played by Kelsey Grammer, and the Democratic challenger, played by Dennis Hopper, who I couldn't imagine him playing the Republican, although I hear he is a card-carrying Republican. Anyway, they both come to the small New Mexico town where he lives and campaign to win that one vote. And
aggressively campaign. I mean, there's several things in this movie that, I mean, the moral of the story is that the electorate should be more informed. But there's
and that politicians should tell the truth.
Yeah, which I mean, they're never going to do, and they yeah, sorry, that's just my politics entering in, but. And they have the Democratic candidate talking how they should be stricter on border enforcement, as there's Border Patrol agents chasing undocumented actors across the desert. And then Kelsey Grammer, the Republican candidate, is standing on Rainbow Triangle talking about how it's important to have gay marriage be legal. And Kevin Costner does a good job in this, playing the lovable loser. And both of the presidential candidates, do a fairly decent job of kind of seeming to have some sort of morals and regain them by the end.
Well, yeah, they're both men of character that have lost their way in pursuit of the office. Which, I mean, the two morals of this movie: one, that voters should not only vote, but they should make informed choices, and that politicians should stick to their guns. Not terribly enlightening. I mean, it's pretty standard stuff. Yeah. But it's the performances that make the movie work, and Costner, of course, is very good, and so is Madeleine Carroll, who plays his daughter Molly. And a lot of times, she's really carrying the movie.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she's obviously the moral compass of the movie, which, an idealistic, although somewhat jaded young lady. But a lot of times, she really is the lead actor in this movie. And she's
the driving force behind it all.
Yeah, and she does a fantastic job. So, again, the movie is flawed, certainly, and not really going to shed any new light on the electoral process. But the performances and the likability of the character, I think, will carry it through. So I say see it.
Absolutely. And we'll be right back with our weekly wrap-up.